What's going on, guys? Blazing Tech, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys, or rather giving you guys some pointers on how to install this Neuspeed 4-point strut bar mount for the DC4 Integra specifically, but I think the steps should be very similar for the DC2 GSR and Integra Type R years 1993 to 2001. So why did I decide to go with the Neuspeed 4-point strut bar mount as opposed to any of the other strut bar mounts that attach directly to the chassis right here? Now, I decided to do this because 4 points just made a little more sense to me in terms of bracing and increasing the rigidity of the chassis, which in turn reduces body roll in those very, very tight corners and tight turns. Now, the way that this works is on both sides, drivers and passenger, you have to unbolt the upper control arm bolts right here, and I believe they're 17 millimeters. Yes, they are 17 millimeters. So you're going to go ahead and unbolt this one, and then the two on the other side. There is a little bit of knack involved, and I'm going to show you the fatal flaw of this part. So on the driver's side, we run into some issues here. As you can see, I've done some zip tie engineering to relocate a power steering fluid line. It's a main line. Now, the biggest issue is that if you don't zip tie it here, which the original bracket is placed here, in an effort to move it away from the engine itself, from the valve cover. Now, the valve cover gets very hot, and what ends up happening is if you don't brace this or relocate it like we did here, we use the existing bracket hole to zip tie it to the actual strut bar mount itself. So the issue is if you don't relocate it like we did, this will press up against the valve cover, it'll get very hot, and you'll end up blowing this line. Now, this is a well-documented issue with not very many, I guess you could say, suggestions on how to fix it. So this is what we went ahead and did. That's on this side. Over here, you do run into some issues, but what I did was I unbolted this 10 right here, if I can point that out to you, this 10 right there, and I went ahead and undid these clips right here that zip this wiring loom to that bracket as well as these other lines, and I moved that out of the way. That way I could get that other bolt right there on that upper control arm right there. You see a 17. Now, once you do that, you do want to make sure that you have somebody else to help you kind of line it up and snug them up. But other than that, it's pretty simple and straightforward. You really want to make sure that there is absolutely no place in this power steering line that it touches the valve cover, otherwise you're going to run into some big issues. But the Neuspeed 4-point strut bar mount is a very good add-on. For my car, the DC4, I really do feel a reduction in body roll in heavy corners, and I think it looks a little cooler than the OEM GSR or Type R. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video about how to install a Neuspeed 4-point strut bar mount in a DC4 Acura Integra. Mine is equipped with the B18 B1, as we all know. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Blazing Tech, and we'll catch you on the next one.